everybody, and welcome to another Sunday evening frequency meditation. I'm in London right now, and I'm actually at my coffee house that I've had for the last 25 years. And 25 years I've had this. Every day we're open, even Christmas Day. And what is the great secret to the success is this guy behind me, the manager, Paul. He's been with me for 24 years. So it's all about, and especially in this new paradigm we are today, it's all about win-win. No longer can we have this win-lose scenario that we used to do out there. It's all about having relationships, whether it's personal or business or with yourself or with money, and making sure that it's from a spherical point of view, we're expanding and everything, the whole environment is expanding with it, and everything is moving to that next level. So let's do this meditation. Let's bring in these frequencies here in London, these big cities. There is that polarity that we have both sides of the spectrum. And let's bring in these frequencies, these really strong frequencies that these cities do, to understand that that other side, not where the brightness is. People refer to it as a darkness. I like to refer to it as the unknown. It's just the unknown. Let's bring in these frequencies of the unknown to show how they can be power tools for us to really move to that next level and to be that next best possible self. So with that, let's just drop into a meditation and start to get accustomed, not fearful of, not negative about it, but be accustomed to both spectrums of frequencies and how everything is here to help us. So as we settle in here right now, noticing you and noticing your environment around you, everything outside of your physical body where your skin stops, and noticing that environment outside where the skin stops, and then noticing you in your body, two very separate environments from our inner physical environment where the skin stops and all our inwards workings, and then where the skin stops and everything outside of us. So as we take a deep breath in, taking that breath in to a count of 4, holding that breath, and then releasing to a count of 4. So whenever I say take a breath in, it can be on your count. It can be 3, 5, 4. The main thing is to be consistent and disciplined. As you breathe in, you hold, and then you exhale. As you do that, let's bring in these frequencies on both spectrums that big cities generate. And noticing your spine, all 33 vertebrae, you in your spine in your body, in this inner physical environment that contains you in physical form. Taking another deep breath in. And as we keep ourselves centered in the center of our body, we can start to define where we reside. We can ask our higher self, our timeless self, spirit, whatever you refer to, how can I be more centered in my body? And how can I be aware when I'm moving outside of that center, exposing myself to this outer environment, to all the frequencies outside of my body. Taking another breath in. And then from where our skin stops and about arm's length around us, above us, below us, in front of us, behind us, spherically around us, that's our inner non-physical environment. That's where our frequency signature is expressed. Some people call it their personal space. And you can, when someone stands behind us, we're aware of it. It's because we are detecting their frequencies. They're coming into our personal space as we go into other people's personal space. So let's just bring awareness as we breathe in. When we've moved out of our center of our body, and we start to bleed into this non-physical inner environment, and where that ends, again, arm's length around us, then it starts our outer environment, where everyone else's frequencies are. So we have our inner physical environment, which is where the skin stops and all our workings inwards. Then we have our inner non-physical environment, arm's length around us, where our frequency signature is, where we are, our personal space. And then past that, we have our outer physical environment, which is what we have created, a consequence of our frequencies. So as you open your eyes and you look around, all of that is your outer environment. And most people try and just tackle that. People, places, things, challenges, and try and fix the outer environment without taking account of our inner non-physical environment where our frequencies reside. Another breath in. So we're starting to take back control, especially for you empaths, who always merge into other people's personal space, other people's realities. You get pulled into them, or you voluntarily jump into them to escape your own reality. So let's take back control. But we can only really take back control if we have the awareness when we are leaving, when we are moving into those other realities outside of our domain. So we ask for awareness. And as you focus on your spine, we'll help you by bringing in that awareness. So being in our body right now, in our center, just focusing on that. Focusing on your skin, how it separates that next environment out from where you are. And when I talk about taking back control, let's reference these cities like London that has such strong frequencies on both sides of the spectrum, the brilliance, the creativity, the intelligence, the definition. And then on the other side, I like to refer to as the unknown. Some people refer to as the shadows, the darkness. It's just the unknown. And we humans, with our judgment, we have classified the unknown as something negative, out to get us. We need to be on high defense. But it's not that at all. As we take another breath in, both sides are there to help us navigate to our center. So let's bring in the full spectrum of frequencies cities like this inundates us with, exposes us to. And instead of being intimidated or letting it manipulate you to pull you off your center, let's, as we take a breath in and we focus on our spine, let's utilize these frequencies. Whether it's from the brilliance or it's from the unknown, utilize them to help you define yourself, you in your body, even clearer. Becoming aware that nothing has power over you. Nothing can pull you into someone else's reality. And as we go deeper, let's bring in this awareness, which is another word for awakening. For those of you who always want to escape your center and go into another realm, someone else's realm, or something, instead of being in full control, centered here, everything happens in the present moment in our body. Anything outside of that, we get distorted. Another deep breath in. So the awakening we're looking for today is to start to be able to discern when we're just about to exit our body. Many of you on this call are always outside of your body. So as you're so accustomed to this environment, you'll really notice it when you finally come into your body. It's like fish in water. It's used to its environment, but you take it out of the water and you put it on land. It's acutely aware of what environment it had taken for granted. We're doing the reverse being centered, coming into your chest area, just focusing on your chest. We're doing the opposite. We're like that fish, always out of water, in that other environment, flopping around, surviving, trying to survive. So let's just bring you back into the ocean, into the environment that you're supposed to be in, so you can be your best possible self, that you could create yourself and your life how you wish, without other controllers. Another breath in. So by coming back to our center and getting that awareness when we want to escape or there's something pulling at us, we can then start to deactivate these frequencies. So we're more empowered so we can take back control and not just keep repeating the same programs, actions over and over again, being in that loop. We can start to shift to what the intention is for our expansion, to be in a spiral. We're always moving forward and in control. The work we do here is about precision. We're not interested in mediocrity. We wish to expand with our timeless self, with precision. Most people take 2 steps forward and then 1 step backwards, 1 step forward, 2 steps backwards, 1 step forward, 1 step backwards. It's that loop, never really moving the needle. So what we do here is we use that GPS system so we can expand with our higher self with precision, efficiency, just like nature. Mm-hmm. Noticing your right shoulder, and then noticing your left shoulder and drawing that line between the two shoulders. And then from each point of the shoulders, 2 lines going up to the crown, top of your head. So you've created that triangle. And then again, from that line of the 2 shoulders, 2 lines going downwards to your groin. So you've created that inverted triangle and the 2 triangles touching each other. So in fact, we've created a diamond within our body. And let's push that out. Let's make it a 3D. Push it forward, backwards, side to side, up and down. So we have this 3-dimensional diamond, and we are centered in the center of our diamond, in the center of our body. You can refer to that, reference that as your anchor here. So whenever you're out in the day, at work, with family, friends, and you start to feel a bit not grounded, and you're starting to now get that awareness, oh, I do not want to be here. You start looking for other realities to escape into, or you start merging into other people's personal space, their frequency signature. We can reference the center of our diamond, knowing that's where we are, that's where we reside, and it will bring you back. It will shift your perspective so you feel safe. And that need, that pull to go into another reality will leave you. Taking another breath in. This is how we take back control. We take back our own control. We don't need other people, spirit guides, crystals, religion, dogmas, doctrines to do that for us. We are all these powerful beings that can do it ourselves with your timeless self. So as we take a breath in, just noticing how you're feeling right now in the center of your diamond, center of your body. And for those of you who are more advanced, when you're in places like these cities, London, New York, Tokyo, so many others, we first become centered, and then we can expand out into these different spectrums. And we can in fact pulse and expand into the unknown, those frequencies, those strong frequencies that intimidate us. We can expand into them and ask, what can I learn from this? How can these frequencies support me in being my best possible self, instead of destroying me that I've permitted in the past? And then equally we can go to the other endpoint of our brilliance And we can ask, how can these frequencies in these cities bring in more creativity, possibilities, intelligence? So we can use both sides, which is the intention, to bring us to center. We don't have to shy away from the unknown. We don't have to rush towards the brilliance. Both sides will destroy us. We position ourselves in the center. Knowing everything comes from one source. So we don't get too preoccupied with these derivatives. Because we know we're directly connected to that one source, creation itself. Another breath in. But as you open your eyes and you look around your outer environment all around you, and then you focus again within, in that center of the diamond, in the center of your body, distinguish the two environments. They're very different. And I'll leave you here. Stay here as long as you wish. As you stay here, I'll still be bringing these frequencies in to ground you, center you. And in your own time, sign off with your timeless self. It's always a one-on-one, you and your higher self, timeless self. It's not about me. And with that, I'll see you next Sunday back in Ibiza.